up, motherfuckers? Whoa, I thought it was Venger there for a second. Wait a minute.
Great, there goes my monetization right off the bat.
I don't need no stupid monetization.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Sunday night collab show. Tonight, random encounters. Do we use them? Do we hate them? Do we love them? And we did our videos on Friday talking about all that stuff, and figure we're going more in depth today. Eric suggested is knowing how I feel about random encounter tables.
Oh my God,
be a good one.
I was like, this is gonna be good. I'm gonna get to see Joe rant.
Yeah.
Which Joe? We
All right,
are.
all right.
Oh boy, are we on the other side?
The lawyer rant is
Yeah.
the grognard.
And the funny thing is, I didn't want to watch your guys' videos because I figured let's go in fresh, let's go in clean without any sort of prejudging or prepared argument or anything.
Dirty. I actually thought like Joe the lawyer.
What's that?
I was the same way. I was like, I don't want to ruin. I want to, although I'm pretty sure that this guy. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we carried the vote. I think that I will line up on this side of the screen because.
Yep. No, I don't know what that looks like on your side because when you did that, it looks like you were aligning with me.
Oh, see, on my side, it looks like I'm aligning with you.
Okay, good.
Yeah. No,
I forgot to. I need props. 1 second.
Props. Are you going to get that 400-pound book of tables that you published?
It's only 297 pounds. You got to be nice.
Eric, good evening. Eric C. Vladimir Cleaver.
Did you mean this one?
That one, yeah. The bullet.
And yes, Vladimir Cleaver. I was at Mepicon this weekend. Not Meepicon, Mepicon.
Mepicon or Meepicon? What's the XP thing about in the chat? What XP thing in the chat? What are you talking about?
Okay, so they're saying that on the YouTube side. So the more you chat, the more XP you get, and then YouTube will highlight the top 3 people that are yapping away.
Yeah, yellow crown.
Please don't just fill up the chat with F you mother effers, because we can get that on our own for free. We don't need you putting that in the chat. Okay, try to be productive when you're putting stuff in the chat.
Yep.
Oh, Blind Bard, hello. Glad you're here. I met you at a page last year, and I subscribed to your channel. Blind Bard is really cool.
Oh, cool.
Mike, and I am one of the few that I'm with Joe. I don't use random encounters. I got a lot of comments and saying they agreed with me. I was quite surprised. I would imagine you guys, your comments might have been a little bit differently.
Yeah, I think that. Listen, I will say this. I think our core, more active audiences on each of our channels happen to like the personalities that they're following. So they probably think along our ways.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would be. I would love if there was like a 3-way tug of war you could do with the 3 communities.
Well, don't forget, our communities have kind of merged over the last couple of weeks because we've been doing all the, we've been doing the live streams, we're doing the collabs. So, I've got a lot of subs. You guys got a lot of subs. So our communities are merging, which is kind of the point.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice deal. And we've all grown a bit. I think the growth has slowed down a bit once everybody was exposed to each other. It wasn't as fast as it first was, but it's still doing pretty good, YouTube chat is measuring our dorkness and crowding the dork.
There you go, Shellback. You are correct.
It all. So what are we drinking? Eric, you have your iced tea again? Posing.
Yeah, I've got my hop tea, but I have it in a hobgoblin glass.
So you have a tea? You're having tea?
You sit on a throne of lies, Eric. You are pretending.
It's hop tea. It's hoppy, but it's a black. It's a carbonated black tea.
Is there booze in it? Is there booze in it? Hop tea, but is there booze in it? That's the question.
I will be boozing it after. Somebody has to be responsible during this goddamn.
Oh, you're the designated.
God, we've got a hipster in the chat.
Yeah, look at this. God,
why don't you just sculpt your beard, Eric? And we'll just.
Listen,
those little beanies. Get a little beanie.
I'm drinking a bespoke hoppy tea tonight.
Well, it's held off on the bespoke part.
Right out of Williamsburg. Is this a Williamsburg?
Well, hey! Earlier I had a hop water with spiced.
That's even better.
This is good. This is good. Have this with a little whiskey. Oh my God, that
does
would
it come with a tampon, dude? Does it really? I mean, what the hell, man?
This would be a really uncomfortable tampon, dude.
Does it make your ovaries feel better?
You know,
my ovaries feel fine. My biological clock is ticking.
We're gonna harass you until you get a manly fucking drink, dude. Just saying. Oh God, he's ducking. He's ducking
going
away.
off to get whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh, you want the manly drink? All right,
drink the goddamn manly drink.
I just don't want to hear Joe say shit. So, all right.
Oh, too late.
Yeah, it's way too late.
By the way,
what do you got there?
The 9/11s.
Oh, nice, dude. Nice. Actually, out of the bottle. There's nothing went in. You didn't even tip that motherfucker, dude. You didn't tip that at all.
Look at my wet lippises.
Oh, that's gay too. What are you doing here? What the hell kind of shit is this?
Oh God.
Look at my wet lips. Oh,
my monetization is just going down. Who
needs monetization?
We'll make it the $1.50 we make.
I'm not putting a little umbrella in it, damn it. I refuse to.
God, yeah, Virginia Slims. That's coming up next. Anyway, tugged on Virginia Slim drinks.
Holy moly.
God, I got an old fashioned, a good old fashioned. Yeah,
that's an old fashioned.
Yeah. Yep. I've been perfecting the recipe since North Texas, trying to mess with it because they had an old fashioned on special the year I went a couple of years ago. I'm like, oh, these are fucking good. So I got back and I'm like been messing with the recipe ever since, you know. So I'm trying to get the best one I possibly can. Beer pressure, evening Gothridge. Yes. Is Ravenclaw 74. Is that was it Ravenclaw one of the Harry
Potter thing, yeah.
All right, okay. All right, cool. Put a little umbrella in that.
You're bastards, I tell you, bastards.
You're farging bastards.
Yeah.
You're farging bastards.
God. So, Joe, you went to a new con or a
no?
con?
I've gone to this con many times before. I haven't gone in the last few years because the last time I went, I sold nothing. But I went to Mepicon in Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania this weekend, and I did really well because I haven't gone for a few years. So I had new books, there were new faces. Because they run this twice a year.
Oh, really? Twice a year con?
Yeah, and as a vendor, that's just not that doesn't work because everybody's bought my stuff after a year. And so I held off for like 2 years and I went back to this weekend and it went great. So I'll go every couple of years. But it was really cool. It was a lot of fun. I got to hang out with the guy next to me worked for Goodman Games. Okay. And we had a lot of fun bantering between each other. I'd riff off of his stuff and bring people over to my table, and it was a lot of fun.
That's cool. A lot of people. I mean, what's the size of the place?
I'm guessing. Wild guess about 500 people.
Oh, that's good.
People. Yeah, it's not huge. It's smallish. It's a little bigger than like WizardCon or Central New York, but they'll get there. They will get to this size.
Okay.
And it's that kind of not tiny but comfortable.
Good.
And
good.
It's a really nice size.
Yeah, that's 500 is North Texas size, right?
Yeah,
pretty
much.
Yeah, I actually made my hotel and airplane reservations the other day.
Wow.
So I'm good. I got the ticket a while ago, so I was all set. But I
got my hotel. I haven't made my plane yet because I'm on this app that claims to get you these really low flight charges. So we'll see. I might just end up having to get a regular plane ticket. Yeah,
I splurged a little bit for like 6 inches more of leg room. I'm on that emergency exit aisle because I'm too tall for.
Well, you're huge. I mean,
I can't.
You're vast.
Yeah. I'm 6'3". I can't.
Comfort Plus on Delta.
Yeah. I hate when your knees are right up against the chair in front of you, and there's no relief for that at all.
Vladimir Cleaver, no help. I have one right here. No help needed.
You can help them by getting the next one.
Yeah, you can get me one at the next con that we're at together.
Oh, that works too.
Or super chats pay for beer. Just saying.
It pays for itself.
The Grognard's Beer Fund.
Yeah, that's what it should be called. The Grognard.
I really should. I should put up like a thing on. I should have a a jar on the table when I'm vending.
Yeah,
Grognard's beer fund.
Dude, you'd make money on that.
You would make money on that. Speaking of which, Greg Christopher Chubby Funster, he put up a thing on Twitter. I rarely get on Twitter because it's a shit fest, but he went in there, and I guess Ginny D has a Ginny D calendar, a cosplay
I saw
calendar.
something about that.
You know,
I know she hates me, but I don't mind her.
She hates you? Why?
Well, she hates anybody that isn't like her politically.
Wait, anybody that's a neckbeard, I guess.
No, anybody that's not on her side of the political spectrum.
Oh.
So, but I like her stuff. I think she's very personable. I like her her cosplaying stuff. I'm not entirely on board with everything she's about D&D, and I know she's leaning into the whole I'm an influencer now.
Get your plaid beholder from my collection.
But her when she's talking, when she's doing her cosplay, she's got this amazing centaur cosplay that she's done. And it's just fantastic. And she does have some nice tips for new players.
Nice what? Nice what?
I misheard
tips.
That.
Oh, tips. Okay.
Advice.
All right. I thought I misheard.
Yeah.
Something.
No. Yeah. Hey.
You were busting out with something new, but
Death Angel Shadow. I know. And Erik, I get it. I know she doesn't
now, Joe, you did watch the video, right, with her?
No.
D&D shorts.
I just commented on Greg's post.
No. There was a video. D&D shorts and her did a collab video.
Oh yeah.
Of the official rules of D&D from back in the day.
Oh God.
I did not see this, and I'm probably glad I don't.
Oh my God. And it was
I need a drink for this one.
Oh yeah.
It
was about women in gaming, and that women could be witches and all this. They didn't have a charisma stat. They had a seduction stat, and this was official D&D rules because
how was this out? I missed that.
They were in Dragon Magazine, like issue 4 or something like that. Len Lakovka wrote it.
Yes, I remember the article.
Okay, well, the two of them did a whole video, kind of like
wait, Jenny and who?
D&D shorts.
I know the guy.
The English beard
in a hat.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was horrible, but it did great. And the reason why they did it together, folks, by the way, if you don't know this, and a tip of the hat to Agile Monk, who is a frequenter of my channel.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
They have the same representation in the industry.
Oh, you were talking about that.
Yeah,
I've heard about this. I want representation. I would
love representation. Listen, excuse me. You are a middle-aged male white. You are overrepresented. You cannot get representation. Sorry.
I think
it has more to do with the fact that I only have 11,000 subs. Yeah. If I had that too, I'm sure I would have representation.
Somebody got a super chat there. I don't know who it was from.
I'm gonna have to open up.
Yeah. But I brought up that Ginny D calendar because on Greg Christopher's Twitter, I threw out an alternative option, which I know he's eager to get. I suggested that you all, instead of the Ginny D calendar, we do an OSR Grognard calendar. And it would be full of old fat grognards, like, not me, of course, but other people. A neck beard, gut, and like baldness, man boobs, all that is required. And Greg Christopher, everybody on his Twitter account, Chubby Funster FC, I think it is. He's accepting full frontal nudes of fat old men pictures who want to be in this calendar. So if you want to be in Greg Christopher's old man grognard calendar, send him full frontal nudes of yourself. He will take them all.
It's right. I'll bet he will. It's got to have the raggy picture of him on the bed.
No,
I got that somewhere.
Gotta have that on the cover.
By the way, Mike, thank you for the super chat.
All right, there you go.
No, we're not gonna do a firefighter calendar. No. I don't look good in chats. Okay, it doesn't work for me.
Ladies,
you don't have a good enough hose for the firefighter calendar?
I don't. No. I think I have like one uniform shirt left from my police days because I gave everything. I walked out of work and I gave all my detectives my uniforms because I wanted no temptation to rescind my retirement. And I figured if I had nothing left to wear, it was not going to have. I wasn't going to be able to come back, and I was right. So.
Well, a year into retirement, Eric, you probably couldn't fit into that shit anyway, right?
Oh my God, no! 6 months into retirement, it was like, what? I still have a shirt in the closet. I don't even want to try it.
I found some uniform tunics from when I was in the Air Force, and they're ludicrously small on.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way I could ever wear these things.
No.
God, shall we get into the topic?
Nude in the bearskin rug.
Topics?
No.
Topic. We had a topic somewhere. It was about how these two are wrong about their take on random encounters, if I remember correctly.
Oh, you're talking shite now.
Exhibit 1, shite. I have made more money with this than you have with your wrong opinion.
Well, you may have. That just means you have people who fell for your scam. That's all it really comes down to, Joe. That's all it really comes down to.
Yes.
You know? Yeah. So our topic is random encounter tables. Do you use them, yes or no? And maybe I started talking to shit. Maybe I'll drop mine out there. My take is that, and this comes from playing with Tim. At first, I was horrified with this. Tim Shorts, he rolled up all his encounters ahead of time instead of randomly running them, right then and there. Oh, 6 skeletons, boom, there, and he, run with it. He rolled them ahead of time and then prepared them. I said, Tim, what the fuck? That goes against all things D&D, all the credos, and you can't consider yourself an old school gamer, blah, blah, blah. And he says it gives them time to prepare them better and make them more interesting. I said, well, you know what? That makes sense. And he's like, well, what the hell's the difference anyway? As long as you have, if the players don't know if they're random, right? And so I'm like, I started doing that, and I think I'm able to bring more of a better encounter, better tactical situation to the players. The more preparation I have, the better I am able to improvise. That's sort of like my motto.
Is it really a random encounter? How is that any different functionally from you just have encounter?
It's programmed now.
Yeah.
You go to X marks the spot, and 3 clowns.
The location isn't set, but the encounter is. The time may not even be set, right? The day of the travel or whatever, or the time of the dungeon may not be set, but the encounter is prepared. Like the next encounter that comes up will be the bugbears or something like that. And it has to fit the scene too, right? I mean, if you're underground and it's 3 bugbears in a cave or whatever the fuck, it's not going to fit if you're in a desert area or something. You know what I mean? So if you have a bunch of these encounters already prepared, 3 or 4, you can just drop them where you need them. And then if the next one's going to be the bugbears, or you could just pick and choose which one you're going to drop at them.
I'm sensing contradictions in what you're saying here, because
this isn't
if you're encountering bugbears in the desert and you have to change it
out.
Yeah. Well, that's
my
slight exaggeration there. The bugbears in a desert, because if you're going through the woods, you're not going to find a desert. But my point is, if you're in plains, there's probably not going to be a cave, right? Necessarily. So you wouldn't have the cave encounter with the bugbears if you're in the plains.
That's how you handle any random encounter.
Right. Then you're back to it's just a regular, normal encounter.
Pretty much, except its location and its time of appearance are not predetermined.
But neither is it if it's rolled randomly. So I'm still struggling to see how this is
right.
So then you see the randomness.
So what I fail to see, like, it's like saying my random encounter chart, as opposed to just saying 1d3 orcs, says 1d3 orcs happily dancing their way to the Merry Makers alehouse when you encounter them, which 9 times out of 10 a DM can make that up on the spot.
Yeah,
that would be my point. Would be and I'm gonna segue away from your opinion, Joe, and go into Joe's opinion. Is that there's a couple of reasons for random encounters, and the one that's a direct response to what you just said is that think of a random encounter as like an improv prompt.
Yeah. Yep.
But because the way you said it is like, oh well, yeah, and then it gives me more time to prep what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
you're riffing anyway. Either way, you're riffing on what comes up randomly, whether or not you rolled, 2 days before or you rolled then.
Yeah, I don't roll though. I don't roll what they are. I just say I'm all right. So I would look at that book of yours, right? And I would say I'm in the marshlands. What kind of encounters are in, cold temperate marshlands? And I'd see the 15 monsters in cold temperate marshlands or whatever it is, right? And then I would find, all right, what's interesting here? This bat thing. I would go with maybe salamanders, and I would go with trolls. Whatever.
There's no salamanders in cold temperate.
Whatever, you know what I mean? Big cold lizard people. Whatever. I would pick 3 or 4 things that I think, that'd be kind of cool. I don't see.
By the way, cold temperate swamp right here in my book.
I knew you had them. I got the book. I knew you had it. You have the most designations I've ever seen in my life. But
they all come from the Dungeon Master's Guide.
I know. But I would just say, all right, this looks interesting. This looks interesting. That looks interesting. And I say, I'm going to have 3 or 4 things for the swamp. And I would say, all right, now then I'll start develop them, little tactical maps. I'd sketch them out so that I knew I would give more information. Then I would have more flavor. I would have more developed for the encounter. And then I could just, all right, so if I roll a random encounter and it comes up, you got a random encounter. What fits the situation of these 4 things that I've prepped? Oh, the troll here. That fits better than anything else. So I'll drop the troll on him. That's pretty much what I would do.
Well, I'm going to disagree with Shellback. I wouldn't characterize what Joe's saying as railroading.
Not at all.
But I think what you say kind of flows into what Erik said about you're just giving more. You have random encounters. They're just tailored and they're more developed. But they're still random encounters.
It still appears randomly.
I could make this book 1,000 pages long and have those kinds of encounters in it.
Yeah.
But I trusted the DM to be able to improv and riff off of what they roll, and that's how I do random encounters.
Yeah.
Hell, that's what I do with normal encounters. I put like just little weird things into my dungeons, and I expect that the dungeon master is going to take that and just riff off of it and listen to the players because they're going to have better ideas than he could ever have, and just go with it. I do a very improvisational.
Yeah, I think the what we're looking at here is loose prep versus what I would consider to be over prep.
Yeah,
because
I've always been an over prepper.
I can't handle the I can't do the
don't
over
prep at all.
Yeah,
because 90% of what I over prep or more will never be seen by the players.
Right.
Yeah.
So
and it feels contrived when you force them into what you've prepped.
Right. It's like, oh well, you have to have this encounter because I fucking wrote it. Damn it.
Yeah.
You will encounter it because it's good. As opposed to, I love the Inkwell design series of cards because I've run a whole night of adventure by just saying, I'm going to pull 2 cards from this deck, look at them both, which one talks to me, and then I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes thinking up the adventure based on this card, and we're ready to go. I had to do that on a game night when the DM was like, I'm burned out, I can't run. I'm like, all right, and give me 10 minutes, I have something. But, that's my style. Now, again, having known Joe for this Joe.
15 years?
Yeah.
15 years, I think, right?
There's a reason why he's a lawyer.
Yeah, that's a brilliant point.
There's a reason why Joe's a lawyer, because he needs to understand the how, the why, the whole NIAT that we learned as a police officer is part of his DNA and wiring. Yeah. So if he doesn't know every part of why and how, and it doesn't work for him.
Yeah, but with all that prep, with all that prep, it helps me to go off on any tangent that the players have. I'm prepared for it. There's a rule of thumb in lawyering, right? Whereas if you're going to be on trial, for every hour that you spend in the courtroom, that requires 10 hours of prep, right? If you spend a day in trial, you need 80 hours of prep to go to trial that day. And I've always took that as a mantra for my games as well, because you want to be prepared for anything the other side can throw at you. You do have to, bounce on your feet and figure out what the hell is going on. But my encounters are random as to time and place, but the encounter itself is fully fleshed out and developed before I get to that time and place.
And Joe, that is a personal moral failing, and you need to to work on that, you go to your priest and confess that, because that is the wrong way to go. Sure. I do everything very improvisationally. I have my, I have the adventure, but I know the players are going to do things that I have no idea what's going to come. And you have to be able to dance like that, and you have to be able to respond to what they're doing. And I don't see why that should vary whether or not it's a planned encounter. You key the dungeon, and you've got things, and they're going to go off. You think they're going to go here, they're going to go like that.
Always.
And I don't think there's any difference between running a game like that and running a game with a random encounter. I think you always have to be dancing, and you always have to be improvising, and you always have to be, and for the simple reason that often the players come up with better ideas than I've ever come up with. Yeah. And I listen to the players, and when I change the encounter to accommodate what they've thought of, not only does it make them feel smarter, because they've outsmarted me, but it makes me look smarter because I put something in that's much better than what I originally had.
Yeah, I get that. I've done that too. But I feel more prepared to improv the more complexity I have in my head. The more complex this web of connections of the whatever the thing is that we're dealing with at the point in time, the more complexity that web is. Like if I know that 3 NPCs are in the bar, and it's if I know Larry, Daryl, and Daryl, I could riff off of that, right? But if I know that Larry's banging Samantha and Daryl is burying Samantha's husband's body in the backyard, if I knew all this shit ahead of time, then when you get into the thing, I could improv on a deeper level. You see what I mean? I have more.
You have now ruined Newhart for me. Thank
you. I've used Larry, Daryl, and Daryl as my go-to NPCs when I couldn't think of fucking names so many times. Every campaign has a Larry, Daryl, and Daryl. They always appear at the beginning when I forgot my list of names or can't think of one off the top of my head. That's Larry, Daryl, Daryl. But there was a book that I think, who the hell put it out? Shit. It was one of these, I think it was Toma Horrors. Was this the one? The Toma Horrors Complete that had, which one, Eric? I think had this situation where you had not only the monster, but a broken out encounter for it.
No, that was Matt Finch's.
It was Matt. Yeah, I know that.
It was, oh God, his sword. Oh, I have it. I have 2 copies.
Was it Monstrosities?
Monstrosities, thank you.
Yeah. No?
That's Monstrosities.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. The Monstrosities. This book here, which is hard to find anymore. I picked it up on Amazon, I think. Back when I got it. I don't know if it's out more now. But he, like, for a giant macaw, you have the stat block, right? And then you have a situation that he lays out for you, which I thought was a kind of a good way to do it. And when you have swords and wizardry stat blocks, they're like, 2 inches long. And so you have the room and space to lay out something. And I thought that was kind of a nice idea. He has a lot more white space here. He could have had more encounters, but he was dealing with what he had, because I think he did a Pathfinder version of this thing too. That's why you all the extra white space.
Well, yeah, when you convert from Pathfinder to OSR, you're gonna have a lot of white space.
Yeah, just stat block alone.
And I just need to put a general thing into the for people in the chat. When you say I agree with Joe, you need to identify which Joe you agree with.
Yeah,
good looking Joe or the other guy?
or the better looking Joe.
Tenkar approves of this man.
Oh my God, we got a good crowd here tonight, guys. We got 61 peeps watching right now.
Holy shit!
I know. We got holy shit. We got somebody on my Facebook. Finally, somebody. We got somebody over on Rumble. No, Twitch. I'm sorry. We got somebody at Twitch. I got 19 on my YouTube. Joe Bloch, you got 14, and Erik, you got 26 on YouTube. Killing it here, man. Yeah. Nice.
People know me for the live streams.
Yeah.
When we make the joke that I'm here every night, it's less of a joke than it should be.
All right, I agree with Joe. Yeah, thanks. Joe is Joe. Grognard is Grognard. All right.
Well,
as long as we have a lawyer.
As long as there's a rule, I'm fine.
Yeah. JTL. You can just say JTL if you want. That's people have abbreviated my long name for that. So yeah. So I don't know. I've always been of the side of over prepping is better for my improv. The more I prep, the better I am on improv, and I kind of like the depth and complexity.
And I used to do that, and if I over prep, I am so obsessed with working in all of that prep into the session.
Oh, really?
Like what Erik said.
Yeah.
You know, if I put that much effort into it, by God, you are going to know it. And then it becomes, oh yeah, I have to nudge you over here so you can see all this brilliant stuff that I wrote. Nah, I don't want to do that.
I just saw a thing today on my Instagram Reels feed or whatever the hell it was it was the top of the thing was when your players roll a nat 20 and bypass the entire 3-hour thing that you had prepared. And underneath that, you saw young Anakin when he's talking about how the whatever the fuck killed his mother. He's like, I hate them. You know, it's like, oh, yeah, I get it. You sit there, you do all this work. But I find a way to use it later on. You know, I'll find a way to drop it into another game or a different, years later, months later. It's there. It's made.
But now, there you go. Like years later, months later, I have so much third-party material that I'll never get to use. I don't need to generate more material that I'll be holding on to for myself to remember to use 3 years down the line.
Yeah.
Now, I am much like Joe. Well, sorry. This Joe. It's like I'm poking him in the ass.
Yeah, I know.
Yo.
No, you're poking me in the gut.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, better that. Pillsbury Doughboy. But I like to riff off my players, especially at conventions, because if they figure out something that sounds at Page last year, I had a player who was playing the halfling. I mentioned that, well, you know what? You smell something burning in the air. And he goes, well, I'm a halfling. Can I distinguish it? I go, right. What do you mean? Well, is it food cooking? And I was like, oh my God. Well, it wasn't before, but it is now.
Mm-hmm. When they come up with a better idea than you had.
And then all of a sudden in the next 2 minutes, I'm scraping down as I'm talking to them. You know what? Yeah, that low-level necromancer, he's got the zombie chef, and he's got I've got this whole kitchen going that wasn't there before. What it was before, it was just a fire going, like a little to keep somebody warm. But I'm like, no, that's better. And when they found it, they were like, oh my God, that's awesome. That wasn't awesome because of what I did. It was awesome because they inspired me. And I love, that's how I love being as a DM. I like my players surprising me and forcing me to surprise myself sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's why I like random encounters. And they don't have to be an encounter necessarily, okay? That chart of random encounters could be random encounters and events. It could be that, sound in the distance rattling.
Yep.
Which God knows what the hell it is. But
and that's what I do in my dungeons. I in my random encounter tables, part of the random encounter table is going to be dungeon dressing.
Yeah.
And that includes sounds and smells, and you find a rusty dagger. And it's funny because this actually came up in at the con I was at this week. Somebody was telling me they had run Castleman Archmage, or they were running it, and their players went into the stables where there's this tattered cobweb, and there's pig bones on the thing, and it's all it is a little Easter egg about Charlotte's Web.
All right.
And his players spent like half an hour trying to figure out what the hell was going on here.
That's nice.
And I told him, yes, that's the point. Listen to them and make it work for them. Make it what they think it's supposed to be. You look like a genius for setting it up that way. They feel like geniuses for figuring it out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what those stupid little it's meaningless intrinsically things that I put into modules are for. It's to let we're kind of straying from the random encounter thing, but it's the same idea. You listen to the players, they will feel better and you will look better.
Yeah. And just the Death Angels made a point there I kind of want to address because it's not quite true. He says, where was it? You can't prep for improv. It's counterintuitive. I don't agree. I mean, I just laid it out. You could improv on various levels. The most superficial level is the level of improv where you have no prep in there. If you have a lot of prep, your improv is much, much deeper. Much deeper. If you walk into a bar and there's 10 people in there, you don't know anybody's name, anybody's personality, you're going to riff with it. But I guarantee you, if you got a list of names and basic personalities, each of the 10 people in there, your improv when your players' characters interact with those people is going to be much, much better. And that goes across the board.
I don't think it applies to random encounters, because you're not going to have a random encounter. Oh, there's an inn that just suddenly pops up in the middle of nowhere.
But it's the same principle that applies to any encounter. I mean, if you know the layout and you have enough things in there, if you have like the cave with 3 rooms and the bugbears,
okay,
if you have prepped it and you have a lot of interesting things in there, then your improv on those interesting things, like you have a pot cooking, right? Whereas before it's 3 bugbears in a cave.
But is that
you've got the pot cooking, you got 5 or 10 different things in there that now the players can fuck with and mess around with, and you could riff off of those things better because you've prepared.
But is that improv really?
That's not improv.
It is when you got to riff off it and you're not prepared.
And here's another one, and I think that this is being overlooked too. The assumption here is that every random encounter is a combat.
Yeah.
Good point.
Every random encounter should not be a combat. Every random encounter should be a morale roll check. Not even a morale roll check, it's a reaction check. Reaction check. And it might be that, oh my God, listen, okay, they come across 3 goblins. Goblins are friendly. Why are they friendly? They're starving. All right? They haven't been able to hunt. They've been separated from their tribe. They're desperate. They'll make any deals they can with the players.
Mm-hmm.
That is 2 rolls, a random encounter roll and a reaction roll. And then you going, well, why? Now, if I plan that out ahead of time, I don't. Am I planning out their reaction too?
Good. You may if you want to.
I don't. Again, that takes the spontaneity, that takes the life out of the encounter, takes the life out of the cape. That's my opinion. Until it's happened, it hasn't happened. But if you've plotted it all out, it is essentially a railroad, but the tracks are less visible.
There's no tracks.
I think that's overstating the case.
Yeah, I mean, no tracks.
I would give Joe, the other Joe, the benefit of the doubt there. I wouldn't call that railroady so much, but over prepping is one thing. But I want to bring in an example from the first Gord the Rogue novel.
Okay.
Where Gary Gygax, 85, Gord the Rogue, and one of the encounters he has, and you can tell this is supposed to be what a random encounter is. Gord and Leah are going through, they've just escaped from the bandit kingdoms. They're in the hills, and they find a group of bandits. And when the encounter isn't just, the bandits just attacked them.
The
encounter is he interacts with the bandit leader, and there's a one-on-one duel to see if they can survive. But it's so improv. And if you had over prepped that, then you could take that into a completely different area than what the players might have wanted to take it.
Yep.
And in that respect, I think it's kind of, if this is even a term, micro railroady, because you're railroading the way the encounter should go, not necessarily the way the adventure's going.
Okay.
But if you have just, you meet some bandits, and then the players are frantically figuring out, what should I do here? And you give them the freedom to do that, rather than, okay, you're meeting some bandits and this is how that encounter is going to go.
Well, I never know how the encounter is going to go.
Where we're talking about in the comments.
Yeah,
I think that's what people are thinking of in terms of railroad.
I never know where the encounter is going to go. I mean, that's why when you say it takes about the improv, there's in every fucking encounter I've ever run, no matter how prepped it was, you're always improvising and thinking on your feet, because the players always do shit.
Well, sure,
you're not prepared for.
That's part of DMing.
So you're always going to improv every encounter. My point is, I want to be prepared for at least the low-hanging fruit. You know what I mean? So that I don't have to use my brain power for, there's a limited number of brain cells here, right? So I want devote them to the higher, more interesting things, and not not the low hanging fruit. I can prepare the low hanging fruit. I'm good to go. You're always going to improv on something, Yeah, but it's like you're a better improvisational DM the more you're prepared, the more you know your situation. Like Rob Connolly, right? Here's an example. Rob knows the city of Invincible Overlord, the city state of Invincible Overlord, like the back of his hand. He could probably rattle off the names of everybody and every business and all their fucking stats because he's been running that city for 40 plus years. Now, when he improvs in the city state of the Invincible Overlord, he's coming into that with 40 years of knowledge about who, where the lady hangs her laundry, about, how the guy's hemorrhoids. You know what I'm saying? So his level of improvisation is so much better than I've ever seen within a city. And that's what I was kind of striving for, was the more knowledge you have, the more information you have, the more immersive the thing can be.
But that's background knowledge, right? That's knowledge of the setting. Like I could do that with Greyhawk.
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
But put me in City State of the Invincible Overlord. I don't know. I've played it, but I don't know it that integrally. But I'm not sure that that's necessarily justifying the kind of over prep that robs you of the ability to improv. That actually, no, I'm even phrasing it wrong. It's not robbing you of the ability to improv. It's robbing the players of the ability to take that encounter into a different direction than you might have wanted it to go.
I don't really care where the encounter goes as much as I want to be prepared so that if they want to do something, it doesn't break the immersion of the location, whether that location is a dungeon, a cave, a wilderness, or a city or something like that. That is a living, breathing thing. Right. And so to the extent that the players want to do something, that has to fit within the living, breathing thing's reality. Okay. And so the more I know about that space's reality, the more I know about how everything interacts and all the pieces and how they all bounce off each other and work together, how that web goes, the more I know that if you pull this strand on the web, these other 5 things are going to happen.
But how does that differ than a planned encounter, than a keyed encounter?
Because the location of it and the timing of it is random.
But that doesn't.
So it's really the difference. It's random in a sense that when it happens, I'm going to roll the dice. Any random encounters for today? Yes. No. Okay. Yes. You got a random encounter in the overnight. Okay. Which of these 5 things that I've prepped fits an overnight random encounter?
All right.
Well, that bat thing looks pretty. That might be a good one. The bat thing. So let's say the bat one happens tonight on whose watch? Boom. Okay. His watch. The bat thing happens, and the bat thing is all prepped and ready to go.
All right. So now here I'm gonna go back in time. I'm going to go back in time to when DCC first released. And I was running DCC, and Joe the lawyer you were playing, Miss So-and-so. She was, you had a female character that was a caster. And Joe likes his casting characters.
Yeah.
I will play any role the party needs. I as a DM, you used to playing various roles. I'm happy with, but Joe is somebody who thrives on playing a caster.
Except for Shadow Dark, because fuck that shit.
Well,
for the same reasons you're going to get at right now.
Yes. So DCC casters are.
Where's that book?
Not necessarily very consistent in what their abilities can be.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're playing AD&D, you're playing BX, you're playing Adventures Dark and Deep or whatever, you cast a spell and all right, my magic missile does 1d4 plus 1.
And it always
my firebolt as a 5th level caster does 5d6.
Yep.
You play DCC and it's either premature ejaculation or you killed your partner. There's it's one extent or the other. You don't do much of anything, or there's dead bodies all around because you
blew up your own team.
Everything.
Yeah. Or your arm turns into a sea urchin.
Yeah. And I think we did the funnel and listen, I gotta say, the DCC adventures are well written.
They are.
And as an improv DM, they are loose enough that I was able to riff off it.
Mm-hmm.
But that inability to have, and listen, yes, 5d6, people are going to argue, well, you could roll 5 or you could roll 30. Yes. Yeah. DCC, you could roll bupkis or you could roll 1,000.
Yeah.
I mean, it is that wide, and it makes it very hard for casters in general, but especially if you're someone like Joe the Lawyer, who, as you've seen with his random encounters, needs a certain predictability in what they're going to have. DCC, we saw early on, I saw the DM, was like, not a good fit. It's not a good fit for this group. It's not going to work. Yep. Fun for a convention play, by the way. I would advise you to play it at a convention. It rocks. You guys but if you got to do spell burn, you better be at a convention and not have to worry about living afterwards.
And that's my same thing on Shadow Dark, Eric. That's why Tim was shocked I don't play a caster in the Shadow Dark games. I hate them. Because if I can't predict something, I mean, he's like, well, sometimes the spell fails. In other words, the player makes their save, the monster, whatever, the enemy makes their saving throw, and so it doesn't work. I said, yeah, that's fine. I mean, but I didn't fail. I don't want to fail. I want them to, if they beat me, that's one thing. But goddamn, if I'm a fucking wizard and I'm casting a spell, the goddamn spell better fucking work. I don't want the spell itself to fail and fail so bad that I can't cast a spell again for a whole nother day or week or whatever. I rather have spell slots so you burn them, you delete them, but you know they're going to work. And the swing, as somebody said, swingy results. I don't want the swingy results. I want to know within a range.
I'm on Joe's side with that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and honestly, I it went to the extreme, literally, and I could feel the frustration coming through my computer screen as we were gaming. If we had been in the same room, it would have been close to a table flip.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't remember it. I remember the feeling.
But there's also there is an exception to this, and that is when you have a scroll and you're trying to cast a spell that's above the level you could normally cast.
That's fine.
Then it's fully appropriate to have
the
casting error.
No. You've taken on the risk. You know that there's a risk. You've taken it.
Exactly.
And that's not your main thing. That's a bonus one.
But if it's a spell you've spent the last 15 years of your life studying,
no, it should work.
Yeah, I should know how to cast that. I should be able to do that.
Yeah.
When the whole world here, I'll make my one Forgotten Realms reference. When the whole world is the time of troubles in the Forgotten Realm, and everything is there a spellfire effect going on here? Because the whole world is like that. I tried to forget it. Okay, those crossover adventures that were taking you from 1E to 2E. Oh my God, I hated them. But I bought them, so I had to run them, right? That's part of it, right? I bought it. I got to use it, or else. But yes.
Completely unrelated to what we're talking about, I just want to point out that on the screen right now, Joe has a little head. Joe the Lawyer has a little tiny head, and mine's a little bit bigger. And then Eric's is like, I'm here.
I can sit
we just have this progression of head sizes that I've never noticed before. It's just where our cameras are.
Move it there. And then we're kind of like.
No, your head's still tiny. You still got.
Big head's on
top. You're a little less tiny.
Yeah. Big head's on top. I like that whole background too. Plus, if I go higher, you see my man tits. I don't need that shit on the camera. I want to sit here. It looks like I only got one chin this way. I got a little higher. I got more chin. Doc Flamingo, member for 14 months. Thank you,
crushing your head. I'm crushing your head.
Swinginess is why I hate the D20. I'm pro 2D6 and 3D6 setups. Interesting. Be a table flip option of ETTs.
That would be cool.
If you're getting that frustrated, stop the game and address the issue. Don't let it fester. I think we just didn't play it again. Is really what it came down to.
We did. That was. I was like, all right. Well, Joe just got an amazing magic item, and we're never going to see how amazing it is because we're not playing this campaign again.
Yeah.
Time to pivot. And I think we went to Swords and Wizardry or something. I don't even remember. It's so many years ago.
We were playing so many different things, and you were doing this shit. I remember, man, you pissed me off because I was fucking broke back then. And you said you wanted to play, and I'm looking over, where is it? Stars Without Number or something like that?
Oh, yeah, still got it. You didn't need a physical copy of that. It's free.
No, not that. I spent, it's like $110 I didn't have on this thing. Thinking, we're going to settle in for a 6-month campaign. That's before I realized that Eric's three sessions in a row on one system is all he could take, and he bounced to a new fucking system.
Dude,
you know?
Dude, that was my return to gaming phase, right?
Oh my God.
I was like all over the place.
It was nuts, man. I'm like, you motherfucker, I can't return them either. It's like just sitting here unopened somewhere on the shelf. Oh, God. They were good books, but still, where the hell are they? I can't even see them now. There's so much crap up there. I see my DCC book, my first edition.
Merlin, should you use random tables? Short answer, yes. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Oh, God. And so, guys, we haven't said it yet, but since we're almost an hour in here of an hour-and-a-half show, if anybody's watching on my channel or Joe's or Eric's, you could click that subscribe button, and you could subscribe to each of our channels. All right, that'll be the hat trick. Whoever is a triple subscriber is a hat trick.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So,
please do so.
Yeah, please. Listen. Honestly, we do not do this for the elite money. We're not rolling in gold or silvers or electrums, coppers, maybe. I mean, but when I still get annoyed because every once in a while I'll see a comment on like Facebook. These YouTubers, they put up these videos, they make thousands of dollars, and for what? And it's like,
and maybe Professor DM does.
Yeah. Here's my revenue for the last 30 days is $143, and that's what a ridiculous amount of output of videos that I've not usually do. So that's not.
Let me check right now what my analytics tells me I've earned in the last 28 days.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. Okay, $298.
And I got 152.
All right. Not that we're measuring penises or anything like that, but if we were, only because of the generosity of people like Agile Monk, who's gifted a number of members,
and that counts subscribers.
Yes,
and that counts super chats.
Yes,
and that counts gifting of memberships.
Yes, it actually counts if you have a shop attached, like you're selling shirts. All those incomes come in.
Yeah,
I'm at 343 and change.
Yeah, so this is. Yeah, you do. Eric's a fucking machine.
He posts like 5 times a day.
What I'm saying.
I put up one. Listen. I know from my blog days. All right, this is my blog days. My blog was successful when I was putting up 3, 4, 5 posts a day, and I was just focused.
Yeah.
And then when I stopped focusing, now I'm like 3 or 4 posts a week on the blog.
I put up a short every day.
So what I'm doing now is I do 1 8 to 12 minute video daily, but I'm trying to do it the Joe Bloch way. I'm trying to like put a day aside where I can do like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And I had that planned. I planned it out just over 2 weeks ago. And the night that I planned on doing it, I came down with cold from hell.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm really able to sometimes get 2 videos in, so I get a little bit ahead of the curve. But I'm working on scripts otherwise, and the live streams. And the live streams, folks, no matter who's doing a live stream, whether it's me, Joe, or Joe, the live streams are literally for you. This should be.
You don't make any money off it.
You don't make any money off it. I've had conversations with people.
Unless you super chat. That's it.
Yeah,
you don't really make money.
Yeah. We'll be on for 2 hours. You'll make $1.50 in advertising.
Literally.
But the thing is, it's for you. It's how you get to interact with us, with our co-hosts, with our guests. This is your opportunity to essentially go to a convention from the privacy of your own home while you're sitting on a toilet or whatever the hell you're doing, and converse with other members of the gaming community and us live.
Get a beer, because this is just like it would be if the 3 of us were at ShireCon at a bar having a beer. This is exactly what we'd have. And in fact, what I did last week, because I screwed up so bad, and I said, our show is this weekend. I'm like, God damn it, I messed that up. And then I put my freaking thumbnail saying, Sunday night, but I guess I put the date as Saturday night. And Saturday night, I was at a Led Zeppelin cover band show, and I'm sending videos from the show. People are like, Joe, you're going live? No, man, a goddamn big concert. Can't you see what I'm talking about?
What cover band? Tell me.
Zoso.
Oh,
really,
yeah.
Good. It's my second time seeing them. They're great.
There's also Stripperella, which is
Stripperella.
Oh, it's an all-female cover band.
Oh, I heard about a Led Zeppelin one, yeah, like that. But
yeah,
so I'm
on YouTube.
I screwed up so bad.
They do a cover of the Levy, which is fantastic.
Nice. But I screwed up so bad that I figured I'm going to do a show for you guys Sunday because I messed up the whole damn weekend. And what I did was I dropped a link in the YouTube chat where anybody could click on it and join the restream and do a video hangout with me, and that's fun too. You know, so I mean, stuff like that is what I've only done that with members only in the past. But I figured, what the hell? I mean, I screwed up bad. So, speaking of audience participation, guys, we know what next Friday's video is going to be already. The sci-fi fantasy mix. Do you mix and match? Right. And so we don't know. That's again, next Sunday is not our day, correct?
Right.
Correct. Better not be. I'm in another con.
So basically, that means the following Sunday after that, we neither have a topic for Friday nor and that goes always the same topic for Friday carries over Sunday. Do you guys suggest anything? Do you want to see anything? Is there anything out there that you guys? Oh my God, I wish you guys would do a triple collab video and then a live stream on this topic.
You are talking my language because I do my videos 2 weeks in advance.
You do. So messes me up. I'm a last second guy,
and this freaks them out because like Monday morning, I'm like, here's my video.
I love it though. I know. I listen. You're my inspiration because I'm trying. I'd love to get like 4. Listen, doing a video daily in addition to long form like live streams isn't rough if you bang them out in an evening and you're done.
Oh, I do. I take Sunday afternoon normally. I take Sunday afternoon. I do my Tuesday video. I do my Friday video. I do my Sunday video. I just boom.
Yeah, I could bang out 3 or 4 videos in less than an hour usually. You know what I mean? So it's nice. But and knowing that there's a deadline puts me on some level of accountability. Yes. You know, so.
Valamir, by the way, you guys got me. I always wanted to talk to you 3 guys while I was sitting on the toilet. You've never been a police officer because I'll tell you, the conversations that happen when you got people lined up on the toilet is disgustingly interesting.
We got some.
One of our commenters, Merlin Sturgandalore, asked if we're going to be at PAX this weekend.
I will not. My next con should be TotalCon.
Joe?
And I'm going to probably hit TotalCon for a day. I'm not going to do the whole overnight thing probably. I'll just go there for a day and chill, you know.
I'm not going to be at PAX because I will never, ever go to PAX Unplugged again because it was a horrific experience. It was emotionally scarring to me. But I will be at PhilCon next weekend, just walking around. It's a sci-fi con, and I'm going there with my wife, and we're just going to have a weekend together. And you'll see me in my classic Trek pilot uniform, just walking around having fun.
There's got to be a picture of that somewhere, Joe.
All right.
I've got one on my Facebook.
Show us on the camo PD bear where PAX touched you.
I was waiting for that.
I will talk for half an hour about how awful PAX Unplugged was.
Why? What's the? Give me a 2-minute elevator speech. What's the
okay? Deal? First of all, it's enormously expensive. I had literally the worst table in the entire dealer's room. It was $1,500.
Holy!
They make you pay for $1 million insurance policy.
What?
Yeah, cost me another $1,000.
For what?
An insurance policy to make sure I didn't back my car into a pillar or something.
What the fuck?
And then the load in and load out was so onerous because you're stacked up. You got cars waiting to go into the thing.
Jesus,
it was horrific. And the beauty of it was I made a ton of sales. I made almost no profit. Yeah. I made more profit at Mepicon a couple months later, which is a dinky little 300, 400 person con. I made more profit there than I did it at PAX Unplugged. I will never go again.
Jesus. Hey, we got a lot of topic ideas in here, guys. Let me just sort of go through them a little bit. All right. Let's see. PAX East. Jesus, I lost track of the topics here. All the suggestions you guys were doing.
Are we supposed to be taking notes?
I think it's a topic we should be. Why is Joe the lawyer wrong? That should be just like a level setting. Every topic should be that.
Well, they'd be real short because I'm never wrong. So I mean,
he's never wrong
except tonight.
All right. So barrier peaks was somebody suggested.
Well, that feeds into next week's topic for our collab, right?
That works. Yeah, so that's covered. Yeah. Next one was best edition game for Bard class. I gotta say no to that because I hate bards. I fucking hate bards. So I mean, Joe has a good Bard class. I'll give you that, Joe. It's one of the better Bard classes, if not the best I've ever seen.
All right. So here, quick note. I wrote a Bard class. My first published work in the industry was in Knock issue 7. Mm-hmm. My God, 14 years ago, because it was published right before I got married. And that also happened to be the last issue of Knock. So apparently,
you killed it. Eric.
I killed it with my Bard class on George & 3.
All right. So. Next one was I love lists. Perhaps top 3 favorite monsters to use when DMing.
I like that one.
Okay. Cool. Next one was firearms and other Renaissance plus tech and fantasy campaigns.
Does that fall into the?
It's not really. It's different. It's like yeah. I'm going to take my blunderbuss and shoot some cutlery at you.
We played a 2E the Dark Sun campaign, and I kept saying I want an arquebus. My character just always wanted an arquebus.
I'd rather have an abacus. Oh wait,
no,
I know. I'm talking about the little Chinese calculator we had.
Yeah, yes.
Well, back in your day, Eric, that was standard, wasn't it?
That was standard, you know. They actually tried to teach us how to use that in elementary school.
Me too.
No, I got to be when I was in middle school. They actually taught us how to use a slide rule.
I never learned a slide rule. I learned the abacus.
We were literally the last class at my high school to learn how to use a slide rule.
Dude, I learned how to do addition and subtraction with Roman numerals. Leave that shit. Catholic school, man.
Oh, what to say? Yeah.
Next topic.
Latin.
Yeah. Next topic. Developing NPCs and factions. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Back. Knock had 7. Knock spell. Not the Knock. Knock spell magazine. Matt Finch had 7 issues out a decade and a half ago.
Yeah. Here's a good one. I'd be interested in your thoughts on alignment and your preferred style of play. Joe has very good detailed write-ups on alignment in his game. I think that were pretty interesting.
I actually did a whole video about the alignment.
It was good. I saw it. It was actually really good. I think that could be in it because I have a different take on alignment than you guys. Than you, Joe, at least. I know that.
I didn't use alignment at all for a long time. And then I realized how essential it was.
Let's see. I think that's the last one. Favorite non-fantasy RPG. I only like fantasy RPGs. So
it's actually tough because I've got 2. One is Fastest Star Trek.
Okay.
The old Fastest Star Trek RPG was amazing. I loved that. We played that forever. The other would be Ring World. There was Chaosium did a Ring World RPG, and I love Call of Cthulhu. But I had such a great time playing this Ring World game. We never actually went to the Ring World. It was just like a known space campaign.
Yeah.
And we were based on We Made It, the colony planet, and we just did all kinds of stuff with the puppeteers and everything. It was so much fun. But I do love I do love Call of Cthulhu too. I mean, that's probably the default for me.
We're getting 3 other people agreed with the alignment thing. Cosmology and alignment. We got 3
alignment
votes. It is done.
I have decreed it. So let it be.
So it is. So let it be. Alignment is dead. Long live alignment.
All right. So next week's collab video again in the sci-fi. Are we doing first and third? Or are we doing every other? Tell me so I can know this in my head.
Well, the collabs are every Friday.
Every Friday, yes.
Our live streams are first and third.
All right, first and third.
We're getting the best of both worlds.
All right. So our next one then is going to be on a 5th.
or are we doing fifths?
No. Then it's just that's
an off day.
We're
not doing it 30th. So the next one,
that's probably good because I think I have inappropriate characters re-rolled coming back that day. So I guess I won't. I won't.
Yeah, we're only twice a month doing this.
All right, good. So then our next video that we are going to do. Now, we just voted for the video they want to see us do a live stream on. So that will be the 7th. We will have to figure out another one for the 30th. All right. So the 23rd video.
We got another. We got time.
Yeah. We got time.
We'll figure this out.
And that gives us more time to do a good alignment one too, because I think that's a juicy topic.
And I got a reply to they're all moving now. Kai Brightwing, Traveler. I played it. It's okay. I know tons of people love it.
All right, so
I honestly like Traveler 2300 better than Traveler.
Okay. My Traveler story, aside from the fact that I, would roll up characters during I think that we were me and my friend were like book monitors like once a week, and you spent 10 minutes taking books to classrooms and high school, and then you had an hour to do nothing but roll Traveler characters and see if they lived.
Yeah.
But my Traveler story, it's not much of a story, is Traveler Space Combat sucks shit.
And the ground combat does too.
All right.
Ground combat is not much better. If you don't get into combat, Traveler is a decent game. But the moment Space Combat is literally this.
Oh, God.
All right, wait. Nope, distance. Nope. All right. Oh, they got closer. Oh, wait. No, they got further. Oh, wait. No, they got... Enough. I remember playing it out with my friend up in the Poconos at the time. We did it for 30 minutes, and we both said, you want to do something more fun? Like, throw rocks at...
Like Starfleet battles?
Yeah, Maybe we can figure out the intricacies of the battle system game with all these pieces that we never want to play with. I mean, it's like, no.
And I think
we're talking about the original Traveler, the little black books.
Yeah, I got that over there. I got to give a quick shout out to Howard Hughes, because that dude he's in the house. So I haven't seen him in a while. That dude is giving me so many super chats. I feel like if I've ever seen with a con, I got to give him a handy.
He's a Howard Hughes.
He's truly Howard Hughes.
There's my monetization, Dan. I came all
the way here, and you just took 25 cents away from my family.
Yes, Chubby.
Taking money out of my pocket.
Yeah.
You really are a lawyer. You really are a lawyer. You took it right out of my pocket.
Chubby Funster, yes, we are still here. You had a shout out by me at the beginning. You will be getting many more full frontal submissions on your Twitter feed from old fat guys with man boobs and neck beards. So enjoy that.
I will tell you, my neck is quite closely shaved. Thank you very much.
Okay. I'm down to the Luxardo cherries here. I put the Luxardo cherries in there because, number one, they're really good, and number two, makes me feel healthy. When I'm drinking something, I got like fruit.
You got fruit.
Yeah, I got fruit. Balances it out.
Yeah, there you go.
They put that on your Saturday night health thing, Eric. Booze with fruit.
Booze with fruit. It's an incremental way to get it just a little bit better.
Eric. Oh, speaking of Eric, should talk to who and so about 30th yet?
Yeah, I don't know yet. So
all right, okay. All right.
For the
yeah.
For the annual pilgrimage to gaming Mecca.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me a question. I want to address this. John Miller, Philosophy asked, why Ringworld? I know the basic concept, but I'm not really familiar with the game itself. The game itself is just basic. It's their basic RPG game. It's Chaosium. It wasn't the system that's really good. It's a D100 system with skills and everything. It was. Everybody involved in the game was a huge Larry Niven fan, and that's what made it such a magical game to play. We were all really invested in the setting, and we all knew what was a puppeteer, what's a Kazinti. We were all really knowledgeable about the setting, and that's what made it great.
That's cool.
It wasn't the system so much as this was just such a fun game. Because of the people who were playing, because we all were invested in the setting.
Hey, have you guys ever? I'm doing a city-based campaign. I just started the in-person gig, and we got one good session in. We're gonna, another one first in December because holiday crap. But I'm styling this as much as I can after Lankmar. I have of course, all the old Lankmar books that Wizards put out. I got the DCC Lankmar. I'm about to dive in and reread all the Lankmar stories. Have you ever done like a Lankmar-based campaign or anything like that? Any tips or ideas for running Lankmar style city games?
I threw a note in the.
Oh, we got a super chat.
Yes.
Eric C sent it to me. Thank you, Eric C. Appreciate that, man. I didn't even notice super chat as I'm rambling on here about shit.
I know. So someone's gotta go. Wait the.
Yeah, smacking around. Well, there you go.
I had the Lankmar, the AD&D Lankmar.
The first or second?
I've got a bunch of the
I had the first.
The modules. I use them for Greyhawk. I take pieces of those and I put them into my city of Greyhawk.
Yeah.
I ran them. It wasn't so much a campaign. You just did a couple of sessions in there, and then it wasn't the best of cities. Steve's World, and oh my God, what was the other one that was put out by the same people that developed Steve's World?
Los Chaosium.
Nicodema Press. They had another.
Can't see that far without my glasses.
Kars, the city of Kars.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, these were, they still are. These are what, if you're looking to run a city in a fantasy RPG, regardless of system, because they built them for like 9,000 systems back then. These are things that you should look at because they set great examples. Lankmar was great, not because of the city that included, but just for the lore of Lankmar,
right?
That they were working with.
What the fuck? What is this, Howard Hughes?
Howard, what?
We're not going to Green Dragon Fest because we're not 5e players looking to suck on the knob of.
What the hell is Green Dragon?
What is it? I don't even know what Green Dragon Fest is.
Isn't it that one out in the UK?
Does everybody go to a castle?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, it's one of the D&D in a castle things?
Oh, but isn't that where one of they got all the Ginny Ds and PDMs and all those guys go out there?
I don't even know if PDM goes, but I know Ginny.
I don't think he does, but Jenny D does.
And I'm sure D&D Shorts is there.
Yeah, damn. That's insane. I mean, you gotta figure.
Thieves.
Yes, John Miller, you're right. I was thinking of Thieves World, the thing that Chaosium did. Eric was talking about Thieves Guild.
No, I was still thinking about Thieves World. Thieves Guild Haven isn't bad. Thieves World and the City of Kars are both developed by Nicodema Press. Even though it's published by Chaosium and Nicodema Press are the ones that developed Thieves World, and they did an amazing. I know I'm a font of useless fucking knowledge on this shit. But they did such an amazing job with both products. You can't go wrong if you can find either one on the secondary market. If you don't have it, snag it. But the Tenkar's vote of approval, seal.
Green Dragon Fest are people with more money than brains. Yeah, insane. you want to hang out with people and be their friend or something. You know what I mean? Just say, yeah. Jesus Christ. I'm in Tennessee. Howard Hughes, the crap professor D&D mentions. What crap professor D&D mentions? I don't know what you mean there, Vladimir.
Yeah, I don't know, but we are not going to a castle to hang out with 5e players.
No.
If I want to hang out with 5e players, I can go and I can get onto one of those find the D&D in New York City, and it's all.
We should do a D&D in the Cloisters game.
The what?
The Cloisters.
I wonder if we could.
What the hell's the Cloisters?
It's a museum right on the Hudson.
I never heard of it. All right.
Did you ever go to high school? Did you not go to the Cloisters?
I went to the shittiest. I went to the shittiest, lousiest high school on the face of the earth. Eric, I got out of there with an 8th grade education, man.
I haven't been to the Cloisters in about, I don't know, God.
Oh, it's been years since I've been, but let's do that. Let's set up D&D in the Cloisters as a counterpoint to D&D in the castle.
That's cool.
I wonder if they let us play.
Last time I was there, it was for an SCA event. They rented out space.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Eric, you got the lowdown on New York. I mean, you're from New York, you guys. I mean, you're Jersey, obviously. I'm Connecticut, New York. You could figure it out, maybe, you know?
Yeah, we'll try. It literally is the northern tip of Manhattan.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, right there.
If you're in Manhattan and you drive past the George Washington Bridge exit,
yeah,
and you're like, oh shit, then you're in the cloisters. Essentially, It's like, oh, the last time I went to the cloisters, I had to drive around the cloisters like 10 years ago when I missed my exit, and I was like, oh.
Well, I missed my exit years ago in New York. I drove around the fucking projects. And then I'm driving around and I couldn't figure my way out. And something very large hit the roof of my car. I'm like, it was like a scene out of The Wire. I'm like, let me the hell out of here. Holy shit. And I got stuck on the turnaround. I'm like, what the hell is this?
So Joe, you experienced airmail.
Airmail? Is that what it's called?
That's what it's affectionately known as.
Yeah.
It's airmail. It is anything from generally C or D batteries to
cinder blocks,
ceiling tiles, paint cans, car batteries.
Jesus,
trust
I didn't want to get out of the car to see what the hell it was at the time, figuring I get whatever the hell on and a gunshot maybe. So I'm like, Jesus, let me out of here. Let me the hell out of here.
It's sad that those areas are like I feel at home in those areas, but yes.
God.
Not that I'm going to suggest that we have a D&D group, in the middle of a housing project.
No, it would be live action survival role play, really, when you think about it, So Howard Hughes is going to North Texas. That means I'm going to have to get ready for a fucking reach around if I see him, since I do owe him for all the super chats. Thank you. I will see you there, Howard Hughes.
Write that down, Howard.
Howard, yeah, I owe you.
And we'll keep him to it.
We'll watch.
Whoa.
Little OnlyFans.
Hold on a second.
Little D&D OnlyFans.
Wait. I can do more than watch. I can break out my new DJI.
Dear God, I thought you were going somewhere.
Yeah. Than that, I can break out my little camera, and it's got stabilization, and so the show goes up and down.
I thought you were going.
No,
way different than filming.
I got my little camera.
I thought you were like,
it'll be great on YouTube.
I want some of that.
It'll be great on YouTube, Joe.
Okay. Let's do the cloisters and we'll check it out. We'll talk about it when we're down there.
Yeah.
That's an idea then. I don't know a damn thing about it.
I've been there for an SCA event. I've been there for other things. They do rent out space.
All right. Yeah. No, I'm going to be there.
How cool would that be?
Greg, I bought my ticket. For the con a couple months ago, so I didn't miss out. But I bought my plane ticket and my hotel a couple days ago. So yeah, I'm in there, man.
Don't forget don't forget one of the first things you got to do: get your ticket to the midnight auction.
Yeah.
You want Splash Zone if you can get it early.
No. Don't want to get nowhere near the front, and whoever
Gallagher the auctioneer.
And by the way, as a reminder to the general populace, if you're at North Texas, Thursday nights we do a whiskey tasting. We live stream it, so it'll be on. Listen, if Joe and Joe, we may stream that to all of our channels.
I'll bring my iPad. I'll bring the iPad if I'm invited. I mean, last time, Joe, I know it's a limited invite, so
it was. Remind me, I will hook up a friend.
Appreciate that. Yeah, it was a limited invite. It was the world's worst whiskey. We're at a German bourbon, whatever.
The German year.
German bourbon.
The German whiskey was meant to be a horrible year. By the way,
it was terrible.
And Chris said it.
I think that's the one I was there for.
Yeah, Chris said German whiskey is not good.
It was the worst thing I've ever drank. I mean, but I drank it because it's booze. But it was truly the worst shit I've ever drank. I was like, turpentine is better than this. But it was still, I appreciate the invite, and maybe next time I go this year, it'll be a.
It's supposed to be
much quality as shit.
I think last year was Texas whiskeys. That was very nice.
That's all right. Okay.
All
right. I can't file for my LLC till January. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I'm gonna probably start an LLC, not this coming year, but the following. So I might as well start writing off all this shit. You know what I mean? These expenses and
for
everything
your
else.
game company.
Everything. Yeah. Just the whole, might as well. I figure I'll start doing Kickstarters then too to get my, feet wet with that whole thing.
You want any advice? I've done about 10 of them. So
appreciate that. Yeah, I'm going to reach out to everybody on these Kickstarters. Number one lesson I've learned from everybody's good Kickstarters and failed Kickstarters is have everything done and paid for before you launch the goddamn Kickstarter. And that way there's zero risk. Zero
the only
risk.
thing he kickstarts is the art.
Yeah. I'm not even going to do that.
I got to pay for my editor. Who I know her and I know what she charges. And then I need to buy art. But the text is written. Don't think that you're going to get a Kickstarter to pay for your time to write the fucking thing.
Yeah. I am not. I'm even going to have the art and the editing done, Joe. This thing is going to be in the can before I launch. I don't want to have a Kickstarter on my first one as a fail. I want to set the fucking tone. You know what I mean? It's going to be done.
Well, between Erik and me boosting it, it's not going to fail. You know that.
Yeah.
I hope. It's going to be minor stuff. You know what I mean? I just want to get my feet, dip my toe in the water of desktop publishing. I want to learn the software. I want to learn how to do. I know you do Word. You don't do that, but it's beyond me. But I want to get my feet.
I used to teach Word.
It's too much. Plus, I want to learn desktop publishing. I really do want to learn.
Affinity is
That's
now
what I have.
free.
That's
Affinity
what I have.
is now free. So
I have Affinity Publisher too that I paid for, so I don't have to get into that whole they're using my shit for AI purposes thing. You know what I mean?
Shellback, yes, Baron Jaeger is honey liqueur. It is awful.
I had some mead a couple months ago. That was actually pretty good. It was like
I love
beer or something. It was good.
There's a lot of great meads out there.
Meads can be good. Meads can be
awful too. Yes, absolutely.
If you get a good mead, and usually I find the better meads are ones that have a hint of fruity flavor going with it. That kind of
I like a sweet mead. I don't like the really harsh meads, like the Dansk meads. They're like turpentine. Yeah, I like a sweet mead, like Chaucer's or something like that. I love that.
And Joe Lord admitted he was wrong. Has an iPad. I'll have you know that Erik gave me that iPad, which I still appreciate that, Erik. It's many years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. It was definitely a pre-COVID iPad. I remember that, and it was still a great iPad. So
Fujli and Death's Angel Shadow. Yeah, maybe you might think so, but I used to teach how to use Word. I can make it work.
All Joe's books are made. I don't know if you realize this, guys. It blew my mind in our conversation once that every book Joe has ever put out has done using Word. There's no desktop publishing software involved in anything he's ever done, which is fucking,
because I used to teach it. I know how to make it do what I can make it do my taxes if I wanted to.
I have Affinity 2, Shellback. I have that. Because I just upgraded from Affinity 1 about a year ago to Affinity 2. I don't see the difference because what I use it for, I don't understand it anyway. So
the whole Affinity suite was bought out by Canva. So and then what Canva did is they said, you know what? We're going to make this free to use for everybody.
That's nice.
So
is there any? That's a good question. There, form fillable PDFs. As I'm sitting here doing my paper printed with pencil, my character sheets and this and that for the complicated stuff. Is there a good non-Adobe, free, preferably, form fillable PDF creating software? You guys know of any?
But not if you want to publish anything on drive-through.
Really?
Yeah,
you got to use Adobe.
They're very strict about the format you have to use, and I have not yet found a free PDF creator that will actually get the format right. But there are tons of free things that you can use to make a PDF that's form fillable.
Okay. All right. Well, I would publish it eventually, right? So I guess I'm stuck with a fucking Adobe.
Yeah. I'm blessed by the fact that I have the last non-subscription version of Adobe.
Yeah.
So I've got one that works. It's Adobe Professional. They don't support it anymore. I have to fight them every time I update my laptop. I have to go through hoops and hoops and hoops, and they eventually make it work.
Yeah.
But yeah, you for the particular, because drive-through is really, really particular about the format of the PDFs.
Why did I give a shit?
It's just the way the software works, because they're handing it off to a publisher, and it has to have it has to be strictly compliant. And for whatever reason, none of the free ones that I found actually is compliant with that X1A format they want.
All right. Interesting. John Miller. We'll all, dude. Eventually, our tribe all finds each other. Eventually, John.
Yes.
Miller. So we will meet some point, someday, some con, some bar, most likely. We're all, we're always going to be there. I knew that. I was looking for Erik when I got to North Texas. I did my first time there, and I'm like, "Where's Erik? I'm just going to go to the bar."
Remember in North Texas, we actually convinced them to keep the bar open.
We had to, yes, because they were closing it at like 11:30 last
right
call.
And then and I remember I was there, and we're like, keep the bar up, and they told me after the morning after they made $2,000 just in that time that they extended it open. It's like, yes,
because people are finishing up their games, and now they want to talk about. Listen, who tells war stories?
Yeah,
soldiers,
right?
Cops, gamers.
Yeah.
And I got news for you too. A lot of the gamers at North Texas are active and retired cops
and soldiers.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
But literally, I talked to the bartender the next day.
Yeah.
They made $1,500 or $2,000 extra
just
keeping the bar open.
It's a no-brainer. Yeah, for us. I mean,
my God.
And their tips were, think about how much.
Oh, the tips are. That's not even counting the tips.
Yeah, I always tip good there. I always tip good anyway because I was a waiter at some point. So anybody who's a former waiter, bartender, you always tip good. It's just in your blood now, because you remember when you got ripped off by some asshole, and so you always try to make up for that asshole with everybody else.
I worked retail for 8.5 years, Stearns department store, and I sold electronics most of the time, but I would pick up overtime as a stock guy, taking out the electronics that other people were
Crazy Eddie.
No, we hired one guy from Crazy Eddie, and the first day, this kid tells me, "Oh, by the way, when I was at Crazy Eddie, we had this great scam about how we would mark out valid merchandise to be damaged to get returns on it to then sell it out." Wow, that's really cool. I might want in on that. Hey, Bob. Yeah. You know that new guy that they just hired from my department?
Fired him.
Yeah. Who did his background? You're in security.
His prices are insane.
Yeah. I go. He just gave me a great idea about a scam about how to mark out brand new TVs to sell them out of the back. All right. Yeah. All right. He was gone within I was like, yeah, we don't need this. No, thank you.
There's nobody who is not in a tri-state area who knows what the hell we're talking about.
Right, exactly.
I'm saying
everybody. If you're on YouTube, you've seen some video on Crazy Eddie.
I would hope. If you don't know, just look it up.
And not even the tri-state area, but the tri-state area in the 70s and 80s.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Very limited.
I used to go there to buy my Commodore 64 games if I didn't want to go to Flushing because I could walk to one.
Yeah, no, he did his Christmas sale in August. Remember that?
Yeah,
maniac. He was he just did 400 pounds of coke before every commercial. He was just he had a fucking tube for instance. Those lines, that guy, man.
He did insane.
And he always had the blue turtleneck and the black jacket.
He was wasn't he a Mossad or something too?
Foogly remembers Crazy Eddie, and Foogly's out in the center of the country.
Yeah.
Death Angel knows who's Crazy Eddie was. See? Yep. He's an American icon.
Yeah, he's grown.
Crazy Eddie. But he was just like the actor, right? That wasn't actually Eddie.
That wasn't
that was
Eddie.
That was Eddie.
No, it wasn't.
That was Eddie.
I didn't think so.
No. That was an actor.
Get out.
That was an actor. Eddie Antar. That was not him. Eddie Antar, by the way, embezzled his own company, and that's why.
Yeah. He was on the run.
Oh, no, I know it went.
Yeah.
Completely.
By the way, Eddie's nephew, the accountant that helped Eddie embezzle all this stuff, is the one that is he's the one that's blowing up the spot and all the politicians and their mortgages. He's the one that's doing the initial investigation and then going to the feds. Hey, this politician lied on their mortgage application because apparently he has too much time on his hands now that he's going to jail.
Foogly?
Oh, Foogly, you lived in Connecticut back then?
Whereabouts in Connecticut, Foogly? I think we talked about this, but I forgot, man.
Oh, tips are an insult in Japan?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, some places in Europe, you're like, no, do not tip. Yeah.
I did not know after all these years that was not Crazy Eddie. Where is that guy now? Because I want to, Joe, you should hire that guy to do your fucking Greyhawk Ragnar commercials for your product.
I like my Greyhawk Ragnar.
I'm saying this guy added to it just gold. You know?
Can you imagine?
Adventures talking deep. The adventuring is insane.
Oh
God!
Oh God! I might do that for like April 1st or something.
You got to do that.
Yeah,
we are at time, gentlemen.
We are, and I got a very early morning tomorrow.
And I've been awake for like all weekend since Friday. Yeah,
that's
Nobody
right.
Nobody beats the Wiz. The Wiz.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for watching this long and for the super chats and the tips and the advice on what our topic is going to be for our next live stream. The next time you will see us all together in one room is the 7th of December. It looks like right Sunday the 7th. So
if you say that's what the calendar says, then
that's what I'm looking at. I messed it up before, but that topic will be alignment. So it gives us time so that the video that drops on Friday the 5th will be on alignment. We know the video that's going to drop coming up on the 21st is about sci-fi fantasy and mixing it together. The mystery video will be the 28th. Nobody knows what that's going to be.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. All right. So thanks very much, everybody, for listening this long. It's much appreciated. It goes so fast, guys. I can't believe it's an hour and a half already.
I know. And everybody, if you're watching this on my channel, do like and subscribe to Eric's and Joe's channel.
Ditto. I've gotten one new subscriber tonight. I think the speed of our collab integration is slowing down from when we started doing it. So
but we have a strategy for that.
Yeah, we
roll out
mortify it, but
we're working on that.
Strategery, as George W. called it back in the day. Strategery. So thanks, everybody. Have a good one.
Night, everybody.